Hey guys, it's Cretan here, and it's been a while since I posted to this channel. I just got out of the psych ward and went right into the fryer. So let's talk about the most recent abominable act committed by an influencer. So unless you're a healthy person who doesn't divulge into garbage, you've heard that one of the Paul brothers is making news again, and it isn't for good reason. Paul name is like the mark of Cain. If it's attached to something, it's gonna be bad. Doesn't matter if it's boxing, crypto, or even food. The Paul brothers always ruin everything. So anyway, it seems that Jake Paul is continuing his amazing boxing career by fighting either non-boxers or washed out retired boxers that are much older than him and well past their primes.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
On Friday, we just had the now infamous Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson boxing match. Now, Mike Tyson is a boxing legend and probably the most famous American boxer after Muhammad Ali. He was an undisputed heavyweight champion, has one of the most stellar records ever. But the guy is old, more than twice the age of Jake Paul with a 31-year age difference. The biggest age difference in boxing history. Like, what is Jake Paul gonna do next? Dig up the corpse of Muhammad Ali and fight him next? Instead of a high-octane fight between two boxers of the same age, we instead had 8 rounds and 16 minutes of Jake Paul committing elder abuse. And here's the wildest thing. Not only is Tyson much older, but he also had major health complications earlier in the summer. Right after the fight, Tyson would make the following tweet. This is one of those situations where you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets about getting to the ring one last time. I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions. Lost half my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. I have children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. You see, Jake Paul wasn't just fighting an old man, but a man who barely survived the summer. He had a life-threatening ulcer in June. Originally the fight was for July, but it had to be delayed. Like, Paul has no shame. You would think that he would just cancel it at that point. Like, what does Jake gain exactly? If you win, you beat up an old man. If you lose, you got beat up by an old man. And if it's a draw, well, you couldn't beat an old man. Every outcome makes him look worse. Like, I guess the money might be a reason. Like, he is gonna get 40 million, but like, he's already rich. Is the reputation damage worth it? I mean, I know Tyson did it for the money, but it sounds like he wanted to earn it for his family. He blew a lot of his money when he was younger, so I respect him for trying to take care of his folks. But I don't really think Jake has the same excuse. You know what's funny? Mike Tyson held his own and lasted all 8 rounds, which is very impressive for his age. In the end, it seems that Jake was more gassed than Tyson. And this is all after Mike's health scare earlier in the year. In the documentary Countdown Paul vs Tyson, Mike recounts how the doctors didn't even deny that he might die and instead mentions how he still had options. Mike was genuinely nervous about his future at that point. Jake Paul, meanwhile, was too busy thinking about the clout and not giving a damn. You know, the best part of this entire ordeal was probably when Tyson slapped Jake at the last press conference. When Jake came up to him acting like a monkey and then stepping on Tyson's toes. I'm not even kidding, he came up to him knuckle walking like a gorilla, something a lot of people considered a racist gesture. Like, these people are complete clout goblins. No respect or decency. Like, at the end of the fight, Jake dedicated the fight to like firefighters and soldiers. Like, is this how he saves face? He should dedicate it to the next retirement house that he's gonna box or something.
Not about me, man. I wanted to give a thanks to all the real heroes, the US military, the doctors, the nurses, and the...
And then Mike joked about fighting Logan next, and Logan was like, I'd kill you, man.
Logan, I think he said you might be next.
Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike.
No, please, no.
Yes, the same Logan who lost almost every fight that he's been in is talking about beating Tyson. I mean, he lost to KSI twice, and Floyd Mayweather, and almost lost to Dylan Dennis of all people. Like, bro, stop embarrassing yourself. Complete loser with no respect or anything, just a corny person. The same dude who pushes garbage crypto and garbage food. You know, maybe Jake should fight Mayweather or someone that actually boxes and is still in the prime or close to it. Also, speaking of Logan Paul, apparently he was disappointed with the fight because Jake didn't knock out Tyson. Seems that Logan was personally offended by the slap, not offended by the crap crypto or the other trash that he pushes, but the slap. He thought that was a proper response to Jake being slapped. Now, I think Jake probably held back during the fight because his stupid ass realized that knocking out Tyson would make him look really bad and probably put a target on his back, well, a bigger target than the one that already exists. Because according to Logan, it showed the nobility of him. Nobility? Look, if Logan thinks you're noble, then you're doing something wrong. You know, times like this, I kind of hope that Vine never ended because it would have hopefully kept these people contained over there. Honestly, the deaths of Harambe, Vine, and Peanut the Squirrel were the most life-changing events in a lifetime. Then, after the fight, Jake Paul went on Twitter to talk about how he's disrupting the old guard of boxing and how Mike Tyson was the original disruptor. This guy literally has delusions of grandeur, and of course, people in the replies didn't agree. In the responses, you had someone saying, "This gives me effing chills." Someone saying, "Don't ever compare yourself to Mike Tyson again." Respectfully, Jake Paul, calling you disrupting boxing when you had a sparring session with a 50-year-old legend is a bit of a stretch. The fact that you're comparing yourself to Tyson is laughable. You're a clown. You were good, but you didn't disrupt the sport in a good way. YouTube is one thing, but martial arts are special. Boxing deserves more respect. Mike was the baddest man on the planet at 20 years old. There will never be another Iron Mike Tyson. So overall, the responses were pretty negative. Then Logan Paul put out a tweet about the Paul brothers, which shows his fight with Floyd Mayweather and Jake and Tyson. Like, you clown, you lost. Stop trying to hype yourself up. Logan has been taking L after L these past 2 years. And of course, the replies are blocked because if they weren't, well, he'd probably be getting clowned down just like Jake Paul is. Also, the event was streamed on Netflix and the stream was a disaster as well. Buffering issues and technical difficulties everywhere. The only positive, honestly, was that Jake Paul looked like a clown again, and Tyson got $20 million. I mean, I don't know if it's worth worsening your record, but hey, 20 million is 20 million, and I do some dumb stuff for that as well. And of course, if he's looking out for his family, so it's kind of a good thing. So I'd congratulate Tyson on getting the bag. Now, a lot of people have criticized this fight for being rigged or whatever, but I personally don't think it was rigged in the sense that the winner was pre-decided. I think that instead, Mike knew that he couldn't beat Jake, so he just decided to survive and not attempt anything too crazy that might cause him more health problems. Jake also knew that he would probably win by decision in the end because he had the energy to throw more punches, and decided to kind of just coast most of the fight. Honestly, I'm kind of happy that this was on Netflix, so I didn't have to pay any additional money, but even then, it kind of felt like I got robbed. I mean, this event might be worse than the one done by Austin McBroom, and that event was so terrible that allegedly some of the fighters didn't even get paid. Like, honestly, watching high schoolers, actually, you know what? Watching kindergartners fight would probably be more entertaining than this. So that's all I want to talk to you about today, guys. The whole thing felt like secondhand embarrassment. It was done for money and greed and wasn't even entertaining. Jake Paul sucks, Tyson is past his prime, so don't even know what to praise when it comes to this match itself. Anyhow, have a good one.